Meanwhile, Chief Secretary Orville London today spoke to some members of the media about Mr. Warner's victory. Beverly Edwards has the details.
Mr. London explained that the electorate's choice must first be respected, and the result signals to political parties that they should do some analysis and introspection.
But going forward, I think we need to be aware that one of the issues that was very prominent in this election and remains that way for all elections is the importance of convincing your constituents that they are well represented. And I want to put that in two parts. In other words, one, representing well, and two, convincing your constituents that you're well represented, because the two things are not necessarily identical. You can represent well and do not signal and do not convince, or you can represent not so well, and if you're able to convince them, that's another story.
Mr. London cited the future of politics on the national landscape as one of unpredictability.
Politics in Trinidad and Tobago is going to become more and more unpredictable. I think what we recognize is that they say a week is a long time in politics, and I think that this is being exemplified, because I don't think the most astute of pundits 6 months ago or even 3 months ago would have forecasted this.
Politicians were also admonished to be astute enough to make the necessary adjustments. When questioned on what the implications of the result means for the country, this was what he said.
There's a new kid on the block. And anytime there's a new kid on the block, the game changes. And that basically is what is happening. We can't ignore the fact that there's a new kid on the block. And all of us, once you're in the political domain, you have to accept that.
Chief Secretary London pointed out that he was not surprised at the convincing results as he followed the various polls in the media. Beverly Edwards, Channel 5 News.